Well, but real quick, you guys, if you're a guest, welcome. Thanks for taking the time to be here. Obviously, we're all busy with class, homework. We all got shit going on, so we'll keep it short. But honestly, the last couple of days, I'm blown away at really what's happened and started not only in state, but just around the areas, Macomb, other places we went to. Really excited about what's happening here in Michigan. I really think the timing is pretty important to talk about. Right now, the timing of this company, we've never been at this point. I've been involved with Vemma 6 years plus, so I could tell you guys a lot about the products and the company, a lot about the owner BK, but more what it could do for you, what it could do for all of us. As you see, we work together, as a team. In this economy, I live in San Diego. Every day I hear about people losing their jobs, companies downsizing, pay cuts. So it's really causing us to find other ways, other means to make money, and that's what's cool about this. It's working. If it's not for you, bro, no hard feelings. We're not here to push it, but obviously when you kind of see what we're doing and you hear the story, see the product and the concept, is pretty impressive. So real quick, my biggest thing is have an open mind. A lot of people don't, I don't know why, but Oprah says in this economy, a closed mind could be the most expensive thing you have. And what we're doing is different. What we're doing is working. So, really with that, and I ask people all the time, I'm like, dude, what would you have done? We all saw Social Network. Would you have just gone on to class? Would you have gone on to work? Would you have gone to the party, gone to the gym? What would you have done if you saw that kid making that program? And it's funny because I think if we all had a chance, we would probably, hung onto his shirt and been a part of that story. And I think that's what's so cool about Vemma, this incredible story. You've heard their stories and what's happened in their life the last year. So I'll tell you mine real quick and a couple of things to think about and we'll wrap up. So real quick, I'm from San Diego, born and raised. Grew up playing basketball. A lot of you guys had the dreams of playing in college. That was my plan. Graduated 04. I was going to play in 27. 28. And basically, I got a hall pass. So long story, I was going to play basketball at UCSD. My mom's from the South. We went to a family reunion in Myrtle Beach. We hydroplaned in the rain and basically bad car wreck. So I didn't end up playing for UCSD, and that whole dream never happened. And pretty tough, but I had to find something to get passionate about. And my dad was on me. I had to decide. A lot of you guys are here making a decision. Either one, go to school or get a job. And I didn't really have many of the options. One, I'm like, go to school, well, I'll lose a year of eligibility when I start my clock as a student, as an athlete. And so that's one thing I didn't want to do. I was going to wait till next fall. And then number two, I'm like, I'm not going to go work at Best Buy. No offense, dude, but if you go to school here, you're young, it's not the best. Nobody wants to get up on Saturday or Sunday and go to work. If you've seen horrible bosses, it's like that. And, most of my friends worked at Radio Shack and they barely made any money. So I did something different. I started a business. And it's not rocket science. I love what Jamie said. This is not rocket science. I found a niche. We have a niche right now. I filled a need. I was selling flat screen TVs. Pretty easy idea. I got a business license, a resale permit. They were 10 G's at Best Buy when I got out of high school. And from that point, I had an idea. I was like, well, I don't have any money to advertise a store or showroom, any marketing experience. So I Googled realtors. I found realtors in my area. I'm like, dude, you're a badass realtor. I want to meet you for lunch. I'll buy you a sandwich. Dude, hey, you just sold this guy a home. I'll save him money off Best Buy. I didn't have the building, the insurance, the overhead, the employees. I'll basically get it installed. My brother's friends were part-time electricians. They'd pull the power up. We'd mount that shit on the wall, and we'll do speakers and all that stuff. And every time you get me a job, I'll give you $1,000. In my first year out of school doing home theater, I made a 6-figure income, which was a fluke. But I was in the right place at the right time. And I realized it, and I worked my ass off, dude. We work hard in Vemma. It's not a game. I do this every day. But the thing was, it was neat because I learned a lot about sales and service and dealing with people. Then the economy hit. Around 07, all of us have been affected some way. One, people stopped putting all that money in their homes. So that obviously, think about it, nobody's spending 10 G's on home theater stuff. And number two, Costco, those fuckers sell everything. And that's what happened is they killed me because the big businesses, we talk about this. I give you guys a speech about this shit. Big businesses, right? This is small business. This is you doing your own small business. So they started selling flat screens that killed me. 10 G's at Best Buy, 9 at Costco, 8 at Best Buy, and now flat screens like $800. There's no money in that. So I had to make a change. Some of you guys maybe need to make the change. Obviously we're all trying to figure it out, going to school, what's your career, what you want to do. I had to make the change, and pretty much I made it to Vemma. It was the best decision I ever made. Now, I always introduce this for my parents. If you're here with a friend, it's so much easier. Right, I'll come over, I'll check it out, whatever. It's no big deal. So I heard about Vemma from my parents, and I had no interest in the business side because I never saw it work for young people. I knew about Avon, I knew about parents making money and doing these things before. And fortunate enough, though, I got in the product, and that's what I think is something that we really don't talk enough about, is Vemma, this liquid vitamin supplement. I loved it, dude. As an athlete, my energy level, how I felt. I didn't have the health problems that my mom did. Many of you guys, our parents, have health problems. Well, we talk about things like blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, and not saying Vemma cures anybody of anything. Make that disclaimer. But the point is we eat shit food, dude. You know, you look at our food quality, what we eat for the wrong reasons, dude. You don't have the money to eat healthy. It's expensive, dude, to eat, preservative-free organic. We don't have the time. We're late for class. Shit, I gotta go. You know, I'm late for work. You know, and then obviously we eat for taste, dude. You know, we eat, Five Guys. You eat for certain reasons. So long story, my mom from Meridian, Mississippi, had a lot of different health problems, started taking Vemma twice a day, saw her blood pressure go down and got off medication. To our family, that was huge. That's the only reason I'm even in Vemma. Funny enough, my belief level went up. It got a lot of credibility. Men's Journal rated Vemma best overall supplement. Dr. Oz recommended it on Esquire magazine, and clinical studies has proven to reduce inflammation. You know, athletes, they swallow their knee or whatever, proven to increase your immune system. When you get cold and sick, your immune system's shot. So this product really is powerful stuff. I think we need to get all of our parents on it. You get 3 customers, your shit's free. I'll show you how to do that. But long story, I started thinking about it, and I was impressed with the product in 05. 06 and 07 though, I saw people were doing it. You know, a lot of people around Michigan State are seeing what we're doing. You know, but I thought everything else was more important, dude. The parties, dude. I partied like 4 nights a week. You know, that's why I'm kind of like over partying a little bit, but I like to have fun. You know, everything was important, right? Doing TV jobs, you know, in a relationship, debating on school and basketball. So I made no time for this, and it didn't grow. And if you're here checking it out, understand, this is not just like get in and you're paid. You got to put effort in, dude, but it's not hard. It's actually very simple. It's easy to do and easy not to do, right? So the thing was, I thought everything else was more important. I didn't really make it a priority, and it didn't grow. And it wasn't the freaking company, dude. It wasn't the product. It was my ass. You don't put anything in it, it's not going to grow, dude. You put 4 years in school, 4 years in your girl, you put 4 years in football. Like, put 6 months of something into like this, into your time and effort into something like this, your whole life can change. Anyway, so around 07, I had to make the change. I started sharing Vemma to people I knew, which was TV clients and realtors. So in 4 years, dude, I got a little over 100 people on Vemma. And if you went home and you looked at it, did your homework on Vemma, that's like 1 every 30 days. So it's not rocket science. Half the people I got on the product just use it. They don't even care about the business, dude. You have a lot of customers, you're gonna do well, you're gonna get free product, and you're gonna make some money. But I found, dude, like 15 people of my own. Like these guys you just heard from. You gotta find your team. I found like 15 people, and it turned into like 8,000 orders in like 4 years. In my 4th year, I was star ambassador, and you know, results aren't typical, because these guys aren't typical, dude. They're getting up in the mornings, they're getting on calls, they're working at it, they're getting busy, building the brand. But at Star Ambassador, you make about 10 G's a week. So I wanted to grow, and I'm sitting at home thinking like, what do I do to get to like way bigger levels? And my whole life changed. I had like a paradigm shift. And I met this old dude named Marty Weworka, who introduced me to this kid at ASU. And I met this kid, Alex, for 30 minutes, and this was in like April of 11. And I went over there, and I sat with him for lunch. I'm like, dude, you know, what's good, where are you from? We were talking, I got to know him. That was the thing, like I put the time into getting to know him, and I found out he's from Ohio, played football, just normal average kid, not a fraternity, not an athlete. And we sat down, I told him basketball never happened, the TV thing was short-lived, and how in 4 years with parents and Vemma, these numbers, dude, look at that. And this kid saw it. He got so hyped, man, he saw it as a way out. And we got together, we pretty much, he tried Verb, he's like, dude, if I like him, my friends will. It's so easy to understand and relate to that. And number 2, he says, if I make money in this, my friends will want to do it. You have to become a success story. Then some of your friends will hop on board. So anyway, I showed him numbers, because if you know the numbers, you guys, to 500, even 1,000 a month, it's not rocket science. And number 2, a method. I'm like, bro, you follow these steps, you won't fail unless you just quit or do nothing. We got 16 kids on board from April, May of 11 till June of 12. Turns into 1,000 orders, and he hit 6 figures in 13 months. Okay? Now that's not by luck, it's by design. But a story came out about that, and that's what we're pushing here at State now, this story, this YPR movement. And there's 3 major points why we're having success like this, why young people are doing it, and why you guys should have an open mind, and if the timing's right, run with it. Number 1, dude, 55% of kids our age are unemployed. You heard it already, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. But that's fact, and it's the same shit where I am in San Diego. So 1 out of 2 kids graduate state with no job. Number 2, dude, it's the elephant that no one talks about, and it's student loans. Student loans are now the #1 debt. 60% of kids, 30 grand. My friends have 2 degrees. Some of you guys aren't at that point yet. And then they have like 50 or 100 grand. My best friends will never pay that back, dude. ever. I've talked to them, they're like, dude, I'm not paying that shit off. And I'm just like, dude, you're never gonna buy a home. You're never gonna have credit. Like, you know, it's the decisions we make now, you guys, that are gonna affect you when you're 25 and 30. And then lastly, when you're young, dude, working 10 an hour is not that fun, dude. Go walk around and look at the people working there. No offense, dude, but 20 hours a week, I know better than anybody. You know, 20 hours a week is 200, 4 weeks is 8. End of the month, dude, you make 600 or 700. So when we realize this, we're like, okay, we could do something different. Maybe just a better way, because I can't work more hours and make more money. And everybody looks around, hey, do you know anybody hiring? We all agree the job market's not that great. So the concept of what we're teaching you is start your own business. Work for yourself. Make your own money. I love that idea. I love the idea there was no limit. And the reason, you know, that you'll realize it's not hard in life to do a business, you just need a vehicle. You ladies, a salon, a car wash, dude. It could be a restaurant. It could be anything. My thing was TVs. You know, the basketball didn't happen. The TV thing was my vehicle. The economy hit. I made the change, and now I'm here now. This is what I'm running with now. So Verb is this vehicle, and it just happened to be that Dr. Oz recommended it on his show last October. So now you have a super healthy product that's not in stores, and you have a chance to build the brand. Even an hour a day, dude, what would you do? Well, and we've already shown you now that this is actually taken off. So, but you know, the thing I realize is people don't know about it, it's not in stores. If Verb was in retail, why would I get it from you? I'm not buying this from you, bro, if I can buy it on my way to class, or on my way to work. And number two, as a consumer, I'd never buy that, dude. People buy what they know. How many of you guys have bought this water before? Probably a lot of us. Nestle water, dude. You know, I love what Luke talks about. If you knew the value of like a better quality water, would you pay for it? That's really the question with Vemma. But people don't know about it. It's not in stores. I don't think it would sell, number one. And you know, people, I don't think it would compare to Red Bull, Monster, Rockstar. But that's the beauty of this. It's that direct contact, dude. When you learn how to approach or how to get someone to try it and check it out, you get credit for getting them on the product, but you get credit for whatever they do. And it's like, I don't get, people don't get that. I'm like, bro, you got me on Verb. I like it. I got all my boys in San Diego drinking it, excited, doing this. If I grow, you're growing. Help me. Calls, bro. Come out to Cali, kick it in my house. That's why I'm here. I've been helping these guys get the ball rolling, and you can now see the results. So have an open mind. My biggest thing is to transfer of dollars. You know, you spend more. Coffee, how much was that coffee we went and got? $5. $3, $5, dude. Sodas for lunch, drink water. Energy drinks for your workout or party. And frankly, I say it out loud, young people our age spend way more money on alcohol, weed, and Adderall every week. And it's true, but again, if we're in this crazy point in our lives where we gotta like figure out some shit, maybe you gotta quit drinking for 30 days, dude. Maybe quit smoking weed for 90 days, bro. I've had to make those changes in my life at certain points, and that's the reason I'm at where I'm at. It's just a suggestion. So number one, try it out, dude. The Phoenix Suns official drink, we have a lot of credibility. It's not retail. Number two, I'm going to touch on these numbers and we're going to wrap up. You build two teams. It's so easy to follow. I'll give you an example and we'll be out of here. Left and right. You track it on your iPhone. I'll show you my app if you want to see it. So you can look at the two groups, right? Think of it like two schools. Why don't we take this shit to Ann Arbor and just blow this thing out over there and you guys win. Take this shit to Central. Take it to Chicago, dude. Look at your network, your Facebook phone book. So I think of two schools, right? I've got Michigan State on my right, and I've got basically, let's say San Diego State on my left, okay? So I have two different groups I work with. So where are you from, bro?
Me?
Yeah.
Lansing.
Right, so you and I grew up playing basketball. What's good, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. Go check this out. I gotta go. I'll hit you later, dude. Hit you up, text you. What's good? Check this video out. Check this website. We gotta have lunch. Told you the story. You saw the big picture, and you got 4 of your buddies on the product here at State. So there's 5 orders on the left. Where are you from?
Boston.
Okay, so you know people in like Worcester, right? So I've been going there a little bit. So you and I grew up. You know, I've known your brother. Long story. I called you. What's good? We got to talk. You know, I told you what I see, like why I'm doing it. My mom, I'm gonna retire my mom. You know, I'm serious about this. And you got 4 of your friends on at Worcester State. So when you got 5 orders on one side, 5 on the other, you're basically cycling twice, making $100 in the momentum bonus. And with fast start money, you're gonna make about $200. So I'm like, dude, in that point, you're making like around that monthly. You're not rich, but you're making a little bit of money and paying for your product. Who wants to really go put 100 G's on the line right now to go start a business? Anyone? No, dude, it doesn't even make sense. So we'll help you get 5 left, 5 right. Some kids do that shit their first day. Some in like 2 days or 4 days, dude. However fast you want it, we'll go. push start, meet with one of us tomorrow, get a game plan on Skype or meet us here, and we'll help you get the plan. Find one of us to help you. And that's the thing, or get 3 customers, your shit's free. So get your moms on the call, get her girlfriend on the call, get your boy's dad listening on this. You can talk about body. We're doing this body challenge, bro. It's got 20 grams of protein, the best pre-workout. The new can, it's gonna come in a can, like a chocolate shake, with Chris Powell from Extreme Makeover. So now you got this guy that's a badass on TV, that everybody knows, that made our product, and he's the face of our body line. So get 3 customers, dude, your monthly order's free. 35 and 20, this is why we've been so successful right here. We help so many people hit gold, it's not even funny. So when your 4 buddies got 5 on the product here at State, your 5 friends got 7 at Worcester State, 35 and 20, you hit gold. We have so many young people hitting gold, making about $600 a month. So look at what that does, dude. If you worked at Jimmy John's for 10 an hour, 20 hours a week is 200, 4 weeks is 8, end of the month 600 or 700. We're helping our friends in college quit their part-time job. That's the plan. 35 and 20. 5 friends get 10, and a little bit further, your 4 buddies got 10 here at Michigan State. Your 7 friends got 10 at Worcester or whatever, Boston College. 70 and 40, you're diamond. Okay, who's a diamond or above? Look around. Put your hand up, dude. Talk to these people today and get a game plan. Because diamonds are making like over $300 a week. That's like $1,200 monthly. And at that point, you're on your way, dude. You have a team. This shit's popping. You could easily get to diamond by Christmas. At that point, dude, if you make $1,500 to $2,000 a month, you could probably live on your own. Your own rent, house, car, insurance, food, gas, phone. And at diamond, you get $400 a month for your car payment, or you can put that towards school, student loans. So now we're helping our friends get out of their part-time job, in a new car, pay off loans, or go full-time. And in fact, you need 750 orders on one side, 375 on the other. You're presidential, making 100 G's a year. I got girls destroying this thing. Not a game, dude. They're badasses. And they're like, I'm like, dude, smile. You'll get guys to the meeting, and I'll talk to them. Do it, dude. I'm not bullshitting you. It's working. So that's what's funny, though. It took me 2.5 years to hit Prez. I did it with Alex at ASU for 13 months. This guy did it in 14 months. You're up next. First African-American, 6-figure income in the whole YPR. Give it up for him, dude.
Woo! Oh, yeah.
14 months. Jamie, how long?
18 months.
You guys, is that not worth it, dude? Fuck. You go to school 4 years. And you graduate and get like what? So that's the thing. Understand the numbers. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I like numbers. That like gets me excited. So if you just sit down and figure this shit out, we'll help you. Okay? And you can retire your parents. You can do that shit, dude. What other plan is out there? So, and if it's not the right timing, I respect that. But don't talk shit when you know we're working hard over here and putting it in. We're putting in work, dude. Do some homework though, man. I love what he said. It's like you don't go to physics and expect to know that shit the first day. Hey, I showed up to class from the day 1 and I want to know it all right now. No, dude, you go the whole year. And you're like, fuck, I'll never do that again. Right? So here's the thing, it's a learning curve. But if you spend a few minutes online on the website, dude, check out Vemma.com. Read about the product. Vemma, this liquid vitamin supplement. Super, super healthy. Parents, perfect to get our parents on that for their health. And the customer thing. Read about Verb, dude, 2 ounces of Vemma's in it. Body, 20 grams of protein, Chris Powell. Read about the company and the owner, dude. Debt-free company. This guy owns it. It's a 215,000 square foot plant. He's like a big brother to me, and he helps everyone, dude. He's like all about this. He's all about seeing this thing go to the moon. Read about BK Barreco. Check out the company. Check out the owner. You know, watch some more videos, dude. Eric Thomas from Michigan, interviewing all of our YPR success stories on why they're doing this with the job market, student loans, 10 an hour, and what they've been able to do. It's pretty dope. It's pretty cool to hear their story. It'll raise your belief. And then lastly, even Facebook, dude, or on Instagram. You see kids posting pictures of their checks, their cars. Michigan State made it a club. Okay, now we've got some traction, dude, and Central. So now we can pretty much talk about what? Entrepreneurship, goal setting. What's your goal this month? Get fixed on a 30-day goal. If you do that, you're going to be good. And let somebody know and get an accountability person, and we'll help you hit that shit as fast as we can. But goal setting, bro, leadership. If I'm going to show you how I've gotten so far in Vemma, if I show you that, homie, you got to turn around and help him. So you become a leader when you do this. Speaking, people in life follow people that know where they're going. If I told you my goal, yeah, dude, come on, follow the lead. Leadership, speaking. I'm not that good of a speaker. I'm just passionate about what I do. Most people fear it. You will get better at talking in front of people when you come tell your story. You hit gold, cool, homie, you're up to talk. Tell your story. What happened? Everybody has a story. And some of you guys, we could talk about football, we could talk about everything else. So what's your story? And then lastly, you guys, my fourth point, number one, the product. Number two, the numbers. Number three, the tools, is the support. This team is one of the fastest growing teams in the whole thing. And you have to support people that know what they're doing and that care. Dude, we'll stay up all night and do Skype calls. We'll do three-way calls. We'll build. We'll travel. We're all going to Ohio today for this fat regional with 3,000 college kids at Ohio State.
Get it?
And all the top earners are coming to talk at it. So if you're not going, watch it on Ustream. But here's the thing, dude. You have to support people that know what they're doing and care. Dude, I would not be where I am without someone showing me the way. In closing, you guys, it's not a get rich quick. Get that out of your head. It's not like you have 50, 100 orders on you tomorrow. It took me 8 months to hit diamond. A year and a half to executive, 2.5 to presidential, 4 years to star ambassador, 5 years to royal, $1 million income. In my 5th year, July of 12 to November, my business doubled. And then went from star royal, and we hit the highest level in February of 13 called Pinnacle, which is 50 G's a week. And I tell you guys that not to brag. Most of these guys know I'm as down to earth as everybody else. But I've been putting my time in something else. The results aren't typical, sure, because we're not typical, dude. We're doing something different. So in closing, you guys, look at that timeline. I'm in the game 6 years and I'm still grinding. Why? Because I thought about at 19 that I'm going to bust my ass till I'm 30, never have to work when I have kids and have a wife. I'm never going to work, dude. I'm back, I busted my ass in my 20s so I can enjoy it. And most of my friends are going to work till they're 50. So it's pretty black and white. I don't know. But in closing, you guys, it's not a get rich quick. We're in 60 countries. Where are you from?
England.
Originally, where are you from?
Canada.
Canada. So this guy, someone got this guy on board, and this guy's popping off in Toronto. You know how many kids go to the University of Toronto? How many?
70K.
70,000 kids. And all you need is the right one. I look at it like the movie The Matrix. In the movie, they're looking for Neo, and if they don't find him, the world ends, right? Just find Neo. Find the one. And that's the thing. So now we're in 60 countries. This guy wants to take it back to where? Zimbabwe. Canada. Okay? I had a kid in Mexico City just hit diamond. I'm going on the 21st to London for 4 days. One to France. I'm going to Norway. I have a 19-year-old that hit exec. It's a G a week. One to France. A kid that's about to hit presidential. You guys, it's going to happen all around the world. We already have groups in Australia, and Luke and I are meeting in Germany on November 2nd in Munich for meetings. How cool is that? Who wants to travel? See, in Vemma, you're going to travel. Get a backpack, buckle up, we're going. And it's a write-off on your business, dude. You know, if I go to Hawaii and I pay for my flight, hotel, food, all that shit, right? As an independent, I own my own business in Vemma. I don't work for Vemma. I'm independent. But you work a $100,000 job at a corporation. You go on vacation, you can't write that shit off. That's like your own fun time. It doesn't write off on you working for that company. I go to Hawaii, I do one call, a Skype, I meet with you, give you a verb, the whole thing's a write-off. Pretty vast difference, you know? But it's not a get rich quick, you guys. We're open in 60 countries. You're going to travel. You know, don't be excited about who you know, dude. Be excited about who he knows. Dude, you know a lot of motherfuckers. One person you know, and boom, dude, we're going to be in Thailand. Because we're open in Asia. We're open in Africa. We're open in Europe, Canada, Mexico. You guys, think big. Work local, build state, but think global. And lastly, I'll give you 4 valid points, and it makes sense. And it's my view, and I've done my homework on why Vemma is not a pyramid scheme. Because everybody has that question. Number 1, a pyramid scheme is illegal. When I hear people ask, dude, say that shit. Be like, yo, I did my homework. I know what you're talking about. Let me explain my view. Number 1, a pyramid scheme is illegal, straight out. So people have that thought, that question. If Vemma was a scam, it would be shut down. Last year, Vemma did $117 million in sales of Vemma and Verb product. So if we were that big, it would be shut off, dude. That's a lot. Number 1, makes sense. Number 2, Dr. Oz never would recommend our product if we're in a legal business. The Phoenix Suns would not make us their official drink. for a pyramid scheme, and you tell me Chris Powell from Extreme Makeover and the agency that represents him, who runs all the big actors and shit, are going to allow Vemma and him to partner, and we're an illegal business. It doesn't even add up when you say that. But here's the red flag, and look for it. And they're out there, and it makes us look bad. And there's companies out there trying to pick off our people right now. Number one, if there's no product or a commodity, a tangible item, to me that's a red flag. I'm out. If there's no product, and you'll see it as clear as water. It's like a membership, and you get shit, you don't get nothing. So you spend money, bro, and you got nothing. You got on board, homie, you spent money, you got nothing, and it went all the way around this whole deck. And I'm last. I spend money, get nothing. To me, that's a money game. And those things are out there. And a lot of them are like $1,000 typically or whatever, and you spend money, you know, you don't get anything. That's not how Vemma works, dude. If I got a case of Verb from you, you make 10. If I get 2, you make 20. If I get a builder pack, which it sets you up to succeed at 7, you make 100. So when people get 1 case, 2, or 7 of Vemma, Verb, or Body, you're going to make 10, 20, 100. Pretty easy on the first order. Now the reason I got a builder pack is, one, you must have product on hand. Imagine if we had this event right now and we had no Verb. That's like having a Subway with no bread, dude. You're not going to make it done. You need product. Let this guy try it. You ladies, give them to a target market, 18 to 21 guys. Hand them a Verb and smile and be like, dude, what are you doing tonight? bring your buddies. Bring your boys. I want to meet my buddies. It's not hard, dude. Expose, close. Expose it, close it. Okay, you need product on hand, number 1. Number 2, there's a bonus called the Frenzy. The Frenzy says when you get a builder pack and get 3 people on board in a week, you're going to make 700. We've got high school guys that got on board with parent consent, which is a big issue. They don't allow it anymore. But when Vemma first started, you could be like a 17 with a parent consent. These kids got a builder pack, got 3 friends on board in a week, made $700. Some kids got 6 on board and made $1,400. Dude, you can make $700 to $1,400 a week in the Frenzy bonus. So you want to get out of your job? Yeah, Frenzy, dude. Once a week, we'll help you do it. That should be a goal weekly. I'm gonna do that shit every week. So $700 to $1,400 on the Frenzy. But if you don't get a builder pack in Frenzy, remember the 2 schools I drew out? Remember I had Michigan State on my left, I had Worcester State on my right, 5 left, 5 right, 200. 35 and 20 is like 600. 70 and 40, about 100 orders in your group. Your diamond, 1,200. That's your monthly income. And he said it, dude. Look at how big these things get. You ladies know what Avon is. It's huge. Nobody even knows about it. It's lotion products, mom and women. It's like they fly under the radar, dude. Nobody even knows about it. Been around for 40 years, you guys. And last year with lotions, mom and women, Avon did 11 billion. Do you not see like where we're shooting for? That's how big we're doing. Dude, Herbalife, yo, get off Xbox, FIFA. Dude, David Beckham, FIFA. Last year, Herbalife pill vitamins did 5 billion. You guys, these things get huge, and nobody's ever done this, what you see right now, where young people are excited, engaged, putting time and effort in, making this type of income with a product that I think fits us perfect. So have an open mind, stick around, ask questions, like Jamie said. Try this stuff. Go over the numbers with us. Get a game plan. Use our tools, videos, and website to support an hour or 2 a day, very part-time, to turn it into something full-time. It's not the right time. It's not the right time for you. No hard feelings. But there's no sign-up fee, none of that crap. All you do is you order product, 1, 2, or 7. Your website's up, your app, it's free. And we go to work. What did I do with Luke? We made a fat list of all of our friends in other colleges, other schools, other states, other areas. We sat down and I taught them how to invite. If you learn how to invite people, they're down to check it out. Should be 1 invite, cookie cutter. Everybody says it the same way. And then we tell the story. Who you are, where you're from, your background. That's why I told you earlier, you know, before Vemma, who introduced you to it and why. A lot of us have a really pretty serious why and why we're doing this shit. Some of you guys want to retire your parents, buy a home before you're 25, travel, pay off loans, stuff like that. But think about it, dude. You know, and I showed them how to invite, and we present. And we talk about the story of the YPR, dude. The job market, student loans, 10 an hour, and how young people are becoming overnight successes with this. Stick around, you guys. Thanks for coming out. With that, you guys have any final thoughts?